back to my kitchen. Today's FaceTime addresses a question I had direct messaged to me on Twitter saying that the person struggles with even getting started, beginning any kind of a workout for fear that she would fail yet again and let herself down. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I can very clearly remember, I've started many workout programs, but I can very clearly remember the most recent one. And I sat down and made a big list, and I had plans, and I called and found out how much the gym would cost, and I figured out, I was single then, and 22, and figured out exactly when I would go work out and how perfectly it would fit in my schedule. And then I didn't get started for at least another few months. So my recommendation to the Twitterer and to all of you is to just get started. It's so trite, the just do it from Nike, but it's also very true. And another thing that I've realized as I get older is that I'm going to let myself down. I'm going to decide, as I have recently so many times, I'm going to start cross-training. And I do for a week or so, and then life gets busy, and I slip back into old habits. And so I encourage all of you to think of it not as failure, but just briefly deviating from your path. It's a marathon and not a sprint when it comes to the healthy living and especially the exercise. It's something that you want to set yourself up for success and pick a routine that you can do for the rest of your life. So it is pretty much a marathon. And not to view it as failure, because you will get back on the wagon. And sometimes that getting back on the wagon takes months, as it did for me. Sometimes it takes a week or so, or somewhere in between. So I encourage you, it is trite, but just to do it and to make the decision that it'll start tomorrow. And I know I've mentioned before, when I worked with clients, I would often encourage them to set themselves up for success and plan that as they get started, whatever that first day is, they're only allowed to do a few minutes of exercise, a little bit of moving, be it 5 minutes on the treadmill, a 15-minute walk, 20 minutes of a yoga DVD, whatever it is. Set a time limit. Leave yourself wanting more. Pick a length of time that you know you can do and be successful at, and success begets success. So set yourself up for success as best you can, but recognize that you will hit pitfalls along the way. We're only human, and this is an endeavor that we're starting as a lifelong process. So invariably, at some point, you will get derailed, and the important thing is getting back on the horse and not letting yourself become too paralyzed or have paralysis by analysis, as I did with trying to plan the perfect workout program and becoming so overwhelmed that you never get started.